Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 3, Chapter 150, Part 1. We're here. Final chapter of Act 3. I don't know how many episodes it'll end up being, but I'm going to break it up into parts, like I did with the endgame of Act 1 and the night of the great harvest, he says, staring deeply in Polly's eyes. But really, whatever goes down between now and the end of the first half of our story, it's all going to be of a piece, all a part of the end of Book 3. So, when we started this act, as players, and 3 of you as characters, had never left Versex County in Ustalov. You had never performed an occult ritual. You had never visited the Dreamlands. You only really even barely had a sense of what that would entail. When we started this act, you had only met a couple of the members of the crew of the Starling. You'd never heard the name Zur before, or Callus Lake, or Dilathleen. When we started the act, you knew the name Gavroni Stoicha. You'd heard loosely of Feshkanelit. I don't think Mej One-Eye, the Conqueror, had even been name-dropped yet. And you certainly never had known what they'd done to Weiralai or what their actions had had to do with landing you where you ended up. When we started this act, you were chasing after Hazarton Pragmus Lowles IV, but now you just pulled a fucking rescue operation to save a version of him who is Vic's best friend. When we started this act, you knew nothing of Chester Bindley. You'd heard J-Dove's name dropped several times, but never had any reason to clock it through all of Act 2. And Dabwick, as it turns out, had very little idea of all that had happened to tie them into this ongoing story. When we started this act, Grip, Vic, and Dora were all effectively 20 days old. Now, hold on to this math, 64 days later, Grip and Dora are 89 days old. And of course, Vic is 270-some days old. So a lot has happened since we first sat down to start playing Book 3 of Strange Eons 14 months ago in March of 2024. You met Vic's daughter. You all went insane many times. All of you, except Dora, have died. Dora looked a great old one in the eyes. You worked for cats. You played Pictionary with ghasts. You saw some zoogs about a pardtail. You fought a battle that took place on 2 planes of existence. And you palavered with the boogeyman. Grip found a home. Dabs turned into a dolphin. Dora became Anathema's pen pal. Vic floated on his back in the Okranos River wearing a stolen pirate's hat.
Yeah.
A lot has happened since we started this act. Now let's find out together how it ends. We're picking up in the vacuum of outer space. Of course we fucking are. Verivas, the iridescent purple dragon, soars semi-conscious through the void, back down, down, down to the Dreamlands. Laid out before you like a vast 2-dimensional map, and I think I put you in Roll20 back on that great artwork of the Dreamlands. That's kind of what you're looking at. And at the eastern edge of this map, where the eastern desert, your destination lies, you can see the edge of the Dreamlands. Only it's not a hard edge, like a scrap of parchment, but a gradual thinning. The Dreamlands doesn't so much end out in the far reaches of the eastern desert, but it transitions into another state of being, another level of the dimension of dreams, another reality entirely. And it's not that you can't see that other reality from this one, so much as that it simply does not exist to you from where your consciousness is right now. It doesn't exist to who you are right now. Inside the howdah, Dora holds Barnabas in her lap, sitting next to the gripper. Vic and the Yellow King sit behind. Dabwick, the great white albatross, tethered to the howdah, soars alongside, and whether they are an omen of good fortune or trouble ahead is yet to be seen. So, we're heading back down. We had agreed, at one point, we had agreed to return Verivas back to Mr. Wanderlust. We'll find out if that's what you're doing or not. And we have 8 hours or so of flight time before we hit ground again.
We need to talk to the Yellow King.
Yeah, so we can assume at this point we've caught back up, filled him in on what we need to fill on, but if there's any significant conversations to have, we'll save them for now, for sure. Yeah.
So, what happened?
Oh my God, Vic. Would you mind if I hugged you again? I can't. I can't get enough. He throws his arms around you.
Very tight.
Well, they came for me, and I had this clever idea that came from you, Vic.
From me?
Yeah, you talked up that formless spawn so much, which had always really ignored me, but it really didn't seem to have peaceful intent to any other visitors. And you and I were a way to avoid it that whole time we were getting to know each other. So I thought, you'd be so proud. I'm gonna lure them all downstairs, and the formless spawn will finish them all off. It finished many of them off, but not quite all of them.
How many did he get?
4.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. But then Wherein took me, and I have been in this prison, he says, sort of looking back at the retreating moon behind you. I think it's months, Vic, but I was in that room with no sound for so much of it, no light. There was really no way for me to track the passage of time, aside from, I don't know, I guess I have a slight advantage over you all if you'd been put in that position, because I am in a sense immortal. I think my brain was able to, stay whole, keep counting in a way that maybe you couldn't. I don't know, but I had one thing that kept me going, and that was the certain knowledge that you were coming for me. And maybe that's what the immortal piece of me clung on to. So, yeah, they'd tie me to the machines and have their way with me, and I'd just, I'd tell them stories about you. They'd beat the shit out of me, forget to feed me for days, and I didn't tell them that I can make my own food, so I was fine in that regard. I was so proud of myself. But, in the end, I knew this was just a blip in my existence between the 2 periods of my life where you were in my life. So that's what happened to me. What happened to you, my friend?
Oh. Well, I found out that my previous self evidently came to the Dreamlands and lived here for decades and had a family. I have a daughter.
I'm so happy for you. That's a kind of love that I don't think I will ever know.
Yeah, don't say that. You don't know that.
Right, sure. I don't know that. Yeah. He knows something. He's just a bleeding heart. It's very hard for him to hide any of his thoughts, and he thinks he's pretty cleverly keeping concealed from you some things he either knows or understands.
Is it worth a sense motive, or is it just so obvious?
It's just so obvious.
Well, regardless, I'm just glad that we were able to get you out of there.
Yeah, yes. And now, am I taking you there? Is that the plan?
Can you?
I can.
I got a question, though. When you say they took you, did Mr. Wanderlust take you?
Well, that was a tall fellow.
Yeah.
He did not participate in the fight. As soon as he saw my books, whatever his plan was with them immediately ended, and he just started reading. So the other denizens of Lang and Wherein, they all chased after me, and as far as I know, he just stayed up there reading. his whole god-awful face lit up. And, over my shoulder, I tried to tell him, there's nothing to find. But, I don't think he listened.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the room is the same to him as it is to you.
Dora, what do you mean?
Well, he seemed convinced there was a great deal of valuable information in there. He could be mad, but the nature of this place, anything could be true.
No, it's the nature of me.
What do you mean?
Oh, hell. It's the nature of me.
What do you mean?
I don't think I am equipped to see what he saw. I don't think it is who I am.
Well, to be honest, if he sees what I think he sees, that may be for the best.
All right, I'm going to trust you. I put my trust in you, Dora. Can I give your shoulders a little squeeze?
Yes.
He does.
Why, Kay? What was it that you were looking for in that before?
I was trying to find the secret. It was such an appealing mystery. What the fuck was he writing in those books?
He who?
Oh, the cursed bookkeeper, Grip. I know you don't remember him, but he was quite a character. Quite a character. You had to go through him to get up to this room. And he's always scribbling away. And I just found it fascinating, as did Tima, as did the Triangle Man, though he tried to keep that to himself. I think Vaticus did too. Frankly, everyone was a little interested except for Rip Tusk, but that's just kind of the way Rip Tusk was. I'm not saying anything about you, Grip. I want to make it clear.
Understood.
From what I've heard from Vic, often you're the one who finds the interesting things in the books.
A pig finds a truffle every once in a while.
That's right, my friend.
Here's the question I got, though.
Yeah.
Is there any reason to go back to that fucking caravanserai? Do we need to do anything with that creature, or are we just moving the fuck on now?
Well, my journey to the Mad Poet's Oasis begins at the caravanserai.
So we have to go back there even if we leave.
I suspect that is true. Now, of course, if you want to try to steal the boogeyman's dragon, you could probably drop me off somewhere near the caravanserai. I make my way to the caravanserai, you float above, I fly, I don't know. There could be some scheme, but I gotta be honest, if you made a promise to him and you go back on it, he may just find everyone you love in the waking world and slaughter them. I mean, now that you've dreamed of him, he is synced to your timelines. When next he goes to the real world, he will go on he will appear there on the same day you wake up. The same second you wake up.
I propose we maintain our bargain.
All right, then.
All right.
The idea of just floating into the oasis was appealing.
On a dragon? I know, it'd be quite a story to tell. And, look... So, Vic, you've given me such a gift. I was not wired to consider much of anything before you all interrupted me. To examine it or reflect on anything. I wasn't really able to grow, Vic, but there are things that are coming back to me, and I've been able to think about them in a different way now, and I remember the 2 trips to the Oasis. Vic, there's something I think I finally get that I think maybe you need to hear. And I hope this doesn't cause you pain. But
it's okay. Well, you just tell me. You're my friend.
It doesn't matter whether you have the dragon. It doesn't matter what you pack. It doesn't matter how much food you bring, how much help, how many mounts, how well you prepare. None of it matters. His little gray hut is not located at a spot on a map. It is located at the darkest part of your soul. Vic. And the Mad Poets Oasis it's a dream outside of the dreamlands, and the story of reaching it is a story of suffering. Whether you pack food for weeks or none at all, you will reach it, if you reach it, days after whatever food you had has run out. Whatever you pack, your magical, your alchemical protections will be insufficient. Whatever mounts you bring Verivas here, they will falter and fail and fall. You will have to pass the point of no return. When you get there, if you get there, there is no way back. You either wake, if you can, or you die, if he allows it. The only way to arrive there is at the end of your rope. This is a...
Well, we've only got 45 feet, so it's not going to be very long.
Perfect. It's a journey of letting go, Vic. Now, I know you suffered so much to make all that shit you've got in your little extra-dimensional sack there, but I think it's important both that you made it, that you cared enough about these people to go through that and do that to yourself, but you gotta let it go. Let it all go.
And as he's saying that, Vic literally reaches in, and all of the dream stuff that he made during that, he just starts chucking it out.
Into outer space.
Into outer space.
I trust you. But wait. You said that you stay there until you wake up or he kills you.
Or you die.
What happens to you?
I don't know, he says, lying.
You don't know.
Dora is looking at Vic.
Even Grip gets it.
Let it go, my friend.
Vic just kind of like turns away and like looks out at the outer space as they're riding along on this.
As soon as you're not looking at him, he starts crying.
Dora reaches out and takes his hand.
I'm thinking of the end of Midnight Cowboy. We're gonna get to Miami.
I'm
right?
thinking of Mice and Men.
Oh, God.
All right then.
Anything else before we head back down?
Nothing for me.
All right.
The fox yips.
There we go. Yes. Oh. Every callback we can get in. This is the episode to do it. After 8 hours of travel, Verivas finally begins stirring again. You have that experience of watching him kind of like waking up from his slumber, shivers through his body that kind of shakes the howdah. He soars down into the desert towards the caravanserai. And as you pass through, what would be just a blazing, burning descent through like real, literal atmosphere, which of course doesn't happen, there is a transition, and you go from being in the darkness of outer space into what now appears to be dawn at the caravanserai in maybe a few hours. So the sun is rising, but it does seem indeed as if, air quotes, time has passed here since you left. And as you soar down towards the caravanserai, you can see, holding two particular books, standing in his Edwardian dandy outfit with his top hat, this grinning boogeyman out on the balcony on the second floor, looking up at the sky, just top hat and grin, watching as you soar in for a landing.
Yeah.
All right, you land down in the courtyard. You can see that just god-awful aura of reality warping all around him. And as you land, he kind of politely just stays up top so you can get clear.
That's nice of him.
He doesn't come racing at you with his aura.
He's aware of what
he does to
Yeah.
mortals. And dreaming minds, absolutely. Absolutely. So you all disembark and get a little clearer, and he just nimbly hops down the pile of rubble, dusts some of the dust and sand off of his neatly pressed trousers, walks over to Veravas, looks at the group of you.
We thank you for the use of your Shantak.
I thank you for returning it. There must have been great temptation to renege on our agreement.
There is always temptation.
Oh, God, yes. Yes, there is. Well, my work here is done. My calculations have been made. I travel now to Zakarion, the great city of Pearl, where I will whisper, he says, staring right at Dora. I will whisper about Octurn into the ears of dreaming mortals, who will carry these dread words back to the waking world, where one can only hope they will go mad and commit atrocities. Yes. I thank you, each and every one of you, for assisting me in this endeavor. He nods to Barnabas. He nods to Grip. He nods to Dora. He nods to Vic, and Johnny's staring at me like he's about to say something.
You kind of feed off of emotions, right?
Yes.
How do mine taste right now?
Are we doing this?
He sets his 2 books into the howdah, kind of adjusts his tailcoat.
Wanted to make a deal.
I like bargains.
I thought you might. So, my understanding from my friend here is that the journey we have to take involves giving up and letting go. And it's a journey through the worst parts of ourselves. And I thought to myself, who would really be able to appreciate that? And you know, I thought of you. But then I thought, what would we get out of it? And it just came to me what we'd get out of it. We give you that. One night of a party before we go into this journey. You get to enjoy all those feelings of fear and despair and depression and oblivion. In return, you don't whisper those words about Octurn to anyone ever.
I'm sorry, Vic. The anguish of the many outweighs the anguish of the few.
Oh, you're missing out. It's going to be pretty good. And then you're talking about loss of friendships, loss of dreams, loss of everything that makes somebody up.
Don't tease him.
The almost innocence of children coupled with the wisdom of an adult. Now, that's not something you get very often, but if you want to pass it up, I mean, I guess that's your choice.
Give me a roll.
It's preying on what he is.
Okay.
So I would say maybe knowledge nature, because it's preying on what I know about boogeymen and what it is that they like.
Identifying, sure, by their fey nature, wanting to gobble up a meal in the moment, losing sight of the potential of a meal in the future. Okay,
Yeah.
rolled it up.
I'm going to roll it with a real die.
Roll it.
It's a 16 plus... That's a 20, and I'm going to go ahead and spend an action point. So that's a 26.
DC 25.
Yes.
Light your fire. I will join you as you discuss the end of your lives and the despair in your soul.
So you pass a day at the caravanserai so you can get your night's sleep.
Yeah, what I was thinking is that we could literally take whatever's left in that room, the old desk and stuff like that,
Yeah.
break
Burn
it up
it
into
all.
pieces, carry it out, and have like a bonfire
Yeah.
Let
out
it all
under
go.
the stars.
Yeah.
And
All
just
of
sort
this,
like,
everything here, just let it all go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like
Burn
basically
it.
sort of have like a big party, like an end
Yeah.
of the world party kind of thing.
All for that.
Wild.
All
Just
for
because
that.
because like we're gonna get there in the time that we get there, or
Yeah.
we're not.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we've already been told, like all of these
No
plans
point
don't
in
matter.
delaying. No point in trying to brace ourselves. We might
Yeah.
as well just let it all go
Yeah.
and get the fuck on with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. And as part of this bargain, you would all have to willingly submit to his terror aura for
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah.
So you spend like
Yeah, I mean-
a whole day just ravaged by visions of nightmare out of the corner of your eyes as he's
mean,
feasting on this.
There's something cathartic about that.
Right,
It-
right.
Just letting it go and letting it be swallowed up by this creature.
And it feels like also YK said, like, you know, you have to get there, you have to have it be this terrible. Great, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then this is what it
Kick
is.
it off
We,
with
we
this.
might
We
as well
can't-
set off with
Yeah.
the intimate and immediate knowledge of all of our shortcomings and,
Oh God.
and faults.
and our feelings about each other and how they've been broken by the madnesses.
It
and
happens
then
anyway.
refractured
Why
and-
drag it out?
Yeah.
Why have a series of discoveries that you're a shit human being? Why not just have one huge one
Rip that
and then move
Band-Aid off.
on? Yeah.
Amazing.
I
So,
love it.
what does Dabwick feel about this? I gotta ask.
This I don't
Because your
know.
reaction has been golden to
Paul's
watch.
a little galled. This is wild. Yeah, I'm trying to make story sense of it for Dabwick.
Yeah.
The truth will set us free.
Dabwick cast mad monkeys to start tearing the place apart.
Oh, yes. So, like, focusing on the destruction part of this to just
Yeah.
kind of keep their brain off of it. Like, this is upsetting.
Yeah.
And because you know you're going to take a day and rest and get your spells back, right? Like, using your spells to dismantle this place.
Right.
I love it. And Barnabas, the Dreamland's baby, what is this like for him? Imagine this is your first trip. This is still his first trip here ever.
He certainly didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So I can't say his expectations are thwarted.
But he came here to help,
But
I guess.
he came here to help and to be a part of Team Jamandur.
Oh, to be a part of it. Right.
And to not.
Team Stop Jamandor, right? Not Team Jamandor.
Yes. No, So to not be just a passive
Yeah.
kind of recipient of everyone else's work. So he's he will buck up and face the fear.
Grand Gripper?
Show it to me.
Yeah.
Fucking show it to me. I dare you to make it worse than what I've already seen.
Perfect. Perfect.
Tima has 8 rounds too
Oh.
left today, so she's gonna want to.
But she doesn't feel fear.
Oh, that's right.
But she does feel emotion very, very deeply.
Yeah.
And like to kind of what you were saying, Johnny, like
I
this thing
think
feeds off
I-
not just fear, but like the
Emotions,
panoply of
yeah.
emotions.
I think that
around
it doesn't matter if she can't feel the terror part of it.
Yeah.
Because Dora, she's part of this, and so she should get her 8 rounds.
and Dora should also let go of control,
yes,
right?
Yes, Dora has to be able to
Yes.
let whatever happens.
Oh, that's awesome. So we do this. We spend the night with the boogeyman, feeding him on our terror and despair and the chaos and the destruction. Yeah.
But the bargain is met, right? He agrees
Oh, yeah.
that he will not.
He does agree.
Great.
Yeah. And, you asked the question a few episodes back, if I make a promise with the boogeyman, am I bound to it? And I'm like, oh, you don't think so. But you do feel like if he makes a bargain,
He is bound to it.
bound to it because that is the nature of his entire species. So
There
yeah,
are rules.
there are rules for those of fairy. And you rest overnight, and but okay, here's what. So you rest at the point. Oh, and this. So time does not move forward. You're kind of perpetually at dawn. So you do this until you fall asleep with exhaustion, however many hours that ends up having taken. And it's impossible to tell at a certain point,
Yeah.
right? And when you
I mean,
wake,
it could be days.
yes.
Yeah.
And when you wake and it's still dawn, Verivas and Mr. Wanderlust are gone, and you are alone in the destruction you have wrought at what was once a famous caravanserai at the desert's edge here in the Dreamlands.
Apparently that's what we do.
One more thing you've destroyed in the Dreamlands.
Yeah.
It's like Burning Man for sadomasochists.
Well,
Heading out.
Yeah, might as well.
Are we just gonna leave all our gear behind?
all the gear.
From what the Yellow King said, we don't get there until we have nothing left.
Oh, bring what you need. It's the supplies. It's that.
Great.
It's the ability to control the trek that seemed to fall apart
Okay.
both times we went. Mm-hmm. Because when I landed there, I had my stuff. You all had your weapons.
Okay.
We just didn't have any food left. We lost all the hired
So let's
hands.
leave it.
Well, I mean, I feel like we would have. I feel like what we did was we knew that last night, and so all of that food that we had packed, we pulled it all out and ate it and drank it. And
Made sure the Shantok got their share.
Oh,
paid
yeah,
the
yeah,
shot,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
literally, like, here you go. This is the food
As
that we
much as you
packed for
want.
this
Yeah.
giant trip. But now we're gonna
Gorged ourselves.
gorged ourselves, ate,
Got sick.
yeah, literally just did all that, and now it's just like the aftermath of like the craziest party ever. And so we have just basics. We don't have any of the stuff that we had prepped, that Grip had like put all of that quartermastering duties in. We don't have, I don't know if anybody else got rid of their like dream stuff that I made for them, but all that stuff is off of my sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with horrifying food, beverage, and emotional hangovers, you wander out in the desert?
Yeah, literally take like the canteen
Yeah.
that has the water and like pass it around and then pour it out.
Oh, God. Perfect! Yes. And you head out into the vast, punishing, unrelenting wastes of the eastern desert. The Azamar, the Halfling, the Half-Orc, the Human, the Kitsune, and the Dream. You travel, and the Yellow King leads the way. After a number of hours, or is it days, you see a structure off in the wastes, or the ruins of one. It's like wavering in the air like a mirage. It's gleaming slightly in the light. And YK's like, what do you see out there? And for the three of you, for Dora, Grip, and Vic, it is unquestionably the shattered bulk of Briarstone Asylum. For Dabwick, it's this grimy little run-down orphanage. For Barnabas, it's this stout fortress of abyssal stone. For me, it's the gray tower of the Syrinscape school. Fascinating.
The place where we were born, the place where we became who we are now.
Where we came of age.
A place of dread in my childhood. And as time begins to pass and days and nights begin to fall, you pass by or near or through so many other relics and ruins out there in the eastern desert, just crumbling and inarticulate, nearly hidden by the sands of time. And as everyone comes into view, the Yellow King asks you what you see. And for many of them, Grip, Vic, and Dora see the same thing, but not always. And at every sight, you don't always understand on a conscious level what you're seeing, but every sight just scrapes the back of your subconscious mind raw. It leaves you aching with feelings you can barely process. So tell me, my friends, about some of the sights you see looming out in the desert of suffering and loss, this desert on the edge of your subconscious mind. What shapes emerge from the dream sands to haunt Dabwick and Vic and Dora and Grip and Barnabas?
Reese's dagger.
Ooh, a giant dagger looming out of the sand.
The drawings on Jane's cave wall.
There's like scraped passages cut in sands, and you like walk through them, and you don't get a sense of what they are until you crest a rise and you look down. It's like, oh shit, it's the whole unholy symbol of Jean Medor has been trudged into the sand.
A knitting needle.
Small discarded in the sand, like actual size, real size.
Vaticus on the table. From the very beginning, like that opening image of waking up and seeing him being tortured.
I can feel his blood on my fingers.
Oh God, almost like mummified in the sand, as though,
or like
he's been there
like a
forever.
sphinx, like a giant sphinx, where it's like slowly eroded, kind of thing.
Yes. So like you just see some stubs for giant stubs at first. What is that? Is that the bottom of a body with only a couple of toes? Holy shit! It's yes, amazing.
Pack of dogs.
Yes, roaming and howling. Maybe you can almost never quite catch sight of them, but they're out there in the desert circling
just
around
hear
you for a
the
stretch of
yapping.
days. Yeah.
Oh, definitely a doppelganger. Like the face of like those doppelganger,
Shifting
like the
face.
shifting faces. Like literally, you look at it and the sand blows and it's one thing. It's one of the doctors, and then it blows again and it's that sort of faceless doppelganger, and then it blows again and then it's a different one. All the different ones that we faced and fought. Those fucking stairs. Literally, like, I mean, how many times did we think that we were all going to die on those fucking stairs? And nothing else, just like that broken staircase kind of like leading up into nothing kind of thing.
And you keep passing them somehow,
Yeah.
and you know that you haven't circled back, but that staircase is just left there out in the desert for you to find over and over again.
I think on the wind, Dora can hear a voice saying, "What have I done?"
Barnabas sees a huge, jagged crevasse with a man's face staring down into it, wide-eyed.
God. Maybe feels the rumble beneath the sand of
You're
that
like a
terrible
sickly
worm.
green
Yes,
light
yes,
coming
yes.
from the bottom of it. Grip sees a staircase he can't walk up, and he knows there's something horrible at the top, but he can't walk up to the top of it.
Yeah.
Likewise, Dora almost keeps trying to see the face of Bokrug, but and she wants to. She wants it over with. She wants to just see it.
Yeah, let
and
it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
And I don't think her mortal mind
Can process
can
it?
process
Yeah.
it. So sand just keeps swirling up and trying to form into something.
There's like a storm in the distance
Yes,
that never quite
that
forms.
never-
yeah.
yeah.
But like we can hear it. We can hear
Yeah.
those same roars.
Yes.
Yes.
But like we turn and it's not there.
Dabwick sees the corpses under Iris Hill that have had their skulls crushed by
That whole
The
hallway.
endless hallway.
the
of
endless hallway of corpses. This is the first time Dabwick had ever experienced or seen anything like that, and the dead are piling up.
Yeah, talk about first days. Barnabas is having a first day here, and Dabwick had quite a first day with that party.
Oh, I know. One of the things that Vic sees is he'll turn over to look at Dora, and it's not Dora, it's Tima, and she's like, you can see, like he clocks her like about to do something, and like kind of shakes his head, and then it's Dora again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she keeps being right there,
She
ready
is
to
right
do
there.
right. No, I know. But and like hearing sounds and looking back and seeing like 4 or 5 gugs like loping along, like sort of gaining on us, kind of
Always
thing.
trailing.
Trotting and oh god,
Gugs and
womps
womps.
popping up out of the ground and
Surrounding
then going
us.
back in.
I think Dora also sees this image swell up out of the sand of herself as a headmistress
Yeah.
surrounded by students, and
Yeah.
it just blows away.
Yes.
Just nothing. That she keeps seeing
It's
that
a
out
story
of
you
the corner of
told
her eye.
yourself.
That was a total
Completely
lie.
groundless.
Yeah.
Grip sees the sullen starling pulling away from him.
Oh! Always setting sail, never letting you set foot back on it.
And then the desert just looks like the fucking dead road.
Yeah.
To everyone but me, I think.
Yes. There's a specific experience that you have not had yet.
And Barnabas.
Oh,
And
right.
my
Yeah, Barnabas too.
right.
Yeah.
You know how like it
I
when
gotta
you're
hurry up and kill you too.
when you're like outside and it's windy and stuff, and like all of a sudden the wind will sort of come out of nowhere and it'll push you so hard that literally it sort of like stops you,
Yeah.
where you can't walk into it. that happens several different times, but each time it happens, it feels like it's a different thing that's all of a sudden grabbed hold of Vic. And in one,
pierced
it's
him
like
through the chest.
Exactly. One of them, it's like that invisible blood-sucking thing.
Yes.
And then another one, it's like that
Star vampire.
insectoid thing from Melisande that grabbed him up.
Oh God!
And then another
the
one,
vulture
it's
thing.
the formless spawn.
Yes.
And like all the different times that he was like grabbed and held immobile and almost died.
He is
Many
the
times.
one that has been grabbed and punctured the most.
Yeah. Yeah. And like literally it's like the wind grabs him and it's just like the wind, and then all of a sudden it's something that's and then it's not there.
And I think Dora also sees a mirror that Tima steps out of. Like in Fort Halecourse, continually being confronted face to face with. It's not Tima. She knows it's just the sliver, the thing that can do that. But
she's living that piece of Matt's artwork. Yeah. You travel on, and the Yellow King leads the way. None of you were built for this environment, not even Grip, who should conceivably fare better than the rest of you. But the eye of the sun burns especially hot on the Gripper in this desert of the imagination during this long trek of the soul, and the sun begins to get even bigger. It was already, as you may recall from chapter 95, when I think I first described it, it was already ludicrously huge. But after a couple of hours, or is it days into this quest, it's even bigger. Like, it's so huge that if this were the real world, it would be so close that the possibility of surviving the heat and radiation would simply not exist. It takes up 90% of your view of the world above the horizon.
So you can like just make out the edges of it on.
At the edge of your sight.
Yeah.
And it keeps moving. Every time you move your head, it seems like, is it getting bigger? Because the edge of the sun is always right at the corner of my eye. And just like with every celestial object here, it does feel like if you could just stretch your arm long enough, you could touch it. You could touch it.
Dora is whispering, "Let it burn. Let it burn."
Yep, Vic has definitely lost his hat. That's gone. And they're just like sweated through and like already sunburned.
And like the lips are so dry that they're forming
chapped.
little chapped. They're like cutting their own lips with their pieces of their lips that have hardened and dried out.
The salt.
Yeah.
And the nights, they start getting shorter and shorter. And to the point that the two of you have just made, you start losing things. Like one day they're there, and the next they're gone. Things from the real world feel a little easier to keep track of, but other things just like little Kaiser Sozes. They start vanishing from your possession like bad dreams sliding out of your conscious mind upon waking. Did you ever really have a rod of lordly might? That's ludicrous. And of course, as soon as you realize that you can't find it among your possessions anymore, Grip, you begin to doubt that you ever had it. Had we really ever had a necklace of fireballs? A ring of psychic mastery? No, of course not. One by one. These trappings, these trophies, these vanities. Thank you for the word, you all. These vanities from the heroic tales you have told yourselves of your adventures in the Dreamlands, they fade into memory as you become stripped down into who you really are and what you really bring to the Mad Poet's Oasis. Delete it all. Every dream item. Just get it off your sheet. It's gone.
But not the Belt of Khan, right?
It's gone! Let it go!
So wait. Does that include all of the Dream Quest things?
No.
That we, okay.
No.
So those things are still there.
Yes.
Oh man.
Buy Vic's coin.
Oh man. You know what goes away? All of the things that I had written out. All of the papers.
Your entire
all of
journal.
that
It's
entire
gone.
journal.
It's gone.
Just disappears. The drawing of Katerina and my wife. Pulls it out and looks at it as his look just sort of crumbles into nothing.
And all you have left is the sort of copy of a copy that you made in the real world. And because you do have that here because you're dreaming of it, you can see them side by side and how like, oh, I think I actually fucked up the way that her hair actually fell on the side of her face, and it's gone.
The Vadrax +2 scimitar, that we got in the real waking world, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, you took it to keep that. So this winnowing down, this shedding of excess vanity, this experience is not only about your physical belongings. As you head deeper and deeper into the wastes and closer to the end of reality, there are thoughts and ideas that start to lose traction in your minds. This is a journey that changes you. What do you think? What starts to slip away for each of you? An idea, an opinion, a plan, a notion, an attitude, could be anything. Something in each of you that was once as close to feeling certain as you were capable of, becoming a thin thing of doubt. Not that you lose it, but that you become aware it is just like this portrait of Vic's family. It's just slipping through your fingers.
Vengeance.
Vengeance. Okay.
Vengeance, like the whole concept of just like that. It just feels ephemeral now, especially after having been like the object of Where Lies Vengeance. Like, what is the why was I so angry? Why was I so set on making someone else suffer the way that I thought I suffered? Why? What was that?
Right.
Why did that even? What does it matter?
Dora's sense of moral superiority.
And does it slip away entirely, or does she just begin to question it? How much of a slippage is it?
This has been building for a long time.
Yeah.
Since Tima first said, I saw the handwriting on the note.
Yeah.
So I think that Dora has said there is probably less difference between, Dora has felt that there is probably less difference between them than she wants to believe, but secretly she has not believed that. And she recognizes all of her madnesses as attempts to separate herself further from the possibility that who she was before Briarstone was...
That she's culpable.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I think Grip, the idea that his ledger can be balanced. He's done what he's done, and that nothing he does next will make that not have happened.
Oh, God.
And for Barnabas, he has thought for a long time that everything he was trying to do was so he could return to something.
Yeah.
But there really isn't anything for him to return to. So I think that idea is getting a little thin for him.
Yeah.
Dawick's plucky resolve is being is sanded away. And
the last remnants
right.
of that hopeful halfling we met.
Right.
That confident halfling we met in chapter 36.
And I think grasping at why am I here?
Yeah.
Is this really part of my story?
That questioning is slipping away?
The questioning is getting louder.
Okay.
In response
As the
to
resolve
rest
slips
of him
away, the
slipping
plucky
away.
resolve.
As the plucky resolve slips away, the question of what am I doing here on this journey with this group whose story is so entwined with what I'm doing with them right now, but it's not part of my history.
Why am I choosing to sacrifice all of this?
Yeah.
Why am I throwing my resources
Why
away?
do I? Why am I here? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just to level?
I mean, I do like experience points, of course.
Leveling's pretty sweet.
Still, you travel on, and the Yellow King leads the way. And at a certain point, who can say when, you all begin to notice it. It's probably something you all see well before this moment, but it's getting harder and harder to be sure of what the reality, or rather the truth of anything you see or experience is anymore. But there does come a moment when Dabs catches Vic catching Grip's eye as he looks over at Dora, who is checking in with Barnabas,
And yes, you all see the same thing. Slowly, ever so slowly, almost imperceptibly with every step, every single step, the Yellow King is fading away. It's an impossible thing to truly clock at first, but once each of you catches the faint sight of a dune of sand through him, you can no longer tell yourself that what's happening isn't happening. And there's just this pause amongst all of you, and YK, who's always in the lead, he turns back around, and he's kind of like wiping a tear away. Oh, you feel it now. This is it. This is the transition. Everyone stop. Stop for a moment. Just feel this. This is it. We have passed the point of no return now. There is no back. Nothing is behind us. There is only forward, over there. And he points off to what you'd loosely think of as the northeast, if direction meant anything anymore. It doesn't. The pool of night. And over there. He points to the air quotes southeast. It's the night ocean. The wellspring of Nepenthe, the root source of oblivion. The waters in which every story ends. Straight ahead. Always straight ahead from this point. Feel it right now. It's the oasis. We are leaving the dreamlands. Your minds have become untethered. Just as he looks down at himself, looks through himself, just as I am becoming untethered. My story began there, and it ends full circle. You know, when Weird Lie had me, I kept asking her why didn't you just kill me? If she wanted to stop you from reaching the mad poet, it couldn't get any simpler. I was your only roadmap. Kill me, be done with it. But she wouldn't do it because she was uncertain. You see, she was uncertain of what this would do to me in the real world. Kill me? Would he die? Would he go mad? Would all ties be broken? She didn't know, so she didn't risk it. But thanks to you, Vic, I think I do know. I do know exactly what I am. And Dora, your theory is almost right. And of course it is. Of course it is. When you all asked me first about myself, I felt so unwhole. I think I said it to you, Dora. I said I was one shard amongst many. It's not true. There are two of us. I split in two, and now one of me is awake, and one is only a dream. And every dream is a story. It's a story we tell ourselves when we wake, and thanks to you, Vic, I know my place in this narrative now. And because of you, I have the power to control my part of this narrative. You have given me self-awareness, you have given me choice, and for what I choose for the love that I shared with you, Vic, and the kindness we experienced together to have a beginning and a middle and an end inside each of your dreams, in the narrative of your soul. I choose to break my ties with what I was. He throws his arms in the sky. I choose to abandon him. And as I die, he will be left forever alone, which is perhaps, my friends, the greatest gift I can give you. I don't know how you stop him. I can't even really process what it is he's trying to do. I don't know what happens after this moment, but I know this. You will have each other, but he will always be alone. And he just starts walking forward, fading more dramatically with each step. Winds that you don't feel like blowing his robes back.
Vic runs after
Yeah,
him.
let's all go with him. Let's go.
Stumbling, running, trying to catch up to him to like...
He
And
can't
think
be
how
alone.
weak you are.
Yeah.
How weak you
falling
are.
down, crawling, trying to catch up to him.
Crawling
as he's,
after
like,
him as he's fading
disappearing.
step by step by step. And you're racing up a dune. He's like, remember, my friends, the tree's always there. Are you ready for the tree? You will have to fight it. Steel yourselves. And then, again, he has this, he's having what feels almost like religious experiences. He's like, oh, do you see that? Do you see it? Look over there. And he's pointing up at a certain dune up ahead. And after this endless, breathless moment of your eyes adjusting, you do see something. There's this hazy shimmer or a glow or an after image, and what you now realize is moonlight. It's a party of adventurers. It's you, or rather it's Hazardton Lowles with Vaticus, Tima, Rip Tusk, the Triangle Man, Father Ray, and Reynard, looking worn down, exhausted, at the end of their rope, sun-blasted, but haughty, sure of themselves, ready for anything. It's us. The first time. There, look over there. The air shimmers again. And where YK's pointing now, you see the exact same group, but almost unrecognizable. A little older, and you can really only notice the difference in age on Ray's features, him being so young. But they're all so changed. They look hollow, just haunted shells. I mean, they have their wits about them, but they look like the walking damned. Like these people have seen things and done things and decided things, and there's almost nothing left in them. And then there are others. There are flashes and glimmers and wavering mirages. We're outside of time now. This is everyone who has ever made this journey. Everyone who will ever make this journey. All of them. All of us. There are people alone, people in groups, people terrified, people thrilled, all of them past the point where their protections ran out, where their mounts fell, their food ran out, and their water, past the point of no return. They're there, and then they're gone. Just flash, 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 flash. The past, present, and future history of the Oasis is happening simultaneously all around you, and there's even, you start to hear some faint, thin sounds emerging from over the next rise. It's combat. So many combats with the Jinmenju, the Eater of Memory. Combats that were, combats that have not yet happened. You're even listening to the combat that you are about to have. It's this way, my friends. Over this dune. He takes a step forward. And you are alone. You have reached your destination. You know it's over the next rise. What do you do?
Dora casts Mage Armor and establishes the telepathic bond.
Dabwick will cast Owl's Wisdom on Grip.
Well, that's a sexy buff.
Think there's any point in attempting to approach invisibly?
I do not.
Vic is trudging up this hill to the rise, and as he does, he's just like cracking an extract and drinking it and then dropping it on the ground. Like, there's no reason to save any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's like, this is just something that we have to do.
Oh,
but like...
Yeah. Just leave it all behind.
Yeah. So it's like, as things are used up, normally he would have put them back and saved them and carefully, and instead it's just like dropped on the wayside.
Yep.
Dora's going to cast Fly on herself.
Alrighty.
Vic has Gravity Gun, Heightened Awareness, Long Shot, Shield, Tears to Wine, Fox's Cunning, See Invisibility, Fly.
Throw it all the way. I love it.
Still dexterity drained?
Yeah, you're stuck with that until this stream ends.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just double checking.
Yeah.
And I'm checking Slate Skin, too.
Grip's drinking a bolt strength.
Awesome. And don't forget Barnabas, too. Barnabas has got some buffs. We have to remember that he's
here.
He's going to be part of that fight.
Good hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a minute per level.
Yep.
So
Cast it up.
God.
we will cast some
The
good
last thing
hope.
Dora will do is haste.
Okay. Right before you step over.
If you want to save that slot,
Oh, you can
Barnabas
do it too.
can also cast
Great.
haste.
I do want to save
yeah,
that
yeah,
slot. Yes.
Dabwick's going to use the scroll of Cat's Grace on themselves.
Awesome.
Featherstep Mass, y'all.
And what form is Dabwick taking as they...
What would you strip yourself down to in terms of giving up everything?
Yeah. Let's think of this in terms of like...
Dignity,
almost,
kobold.
Almost instinctively, Dabwick takes a form that they later recognize they may actually start to see themselves as really being.
Gripply's form that Dabwick's used so much over the past couple books.
Also,
I think that's fun.
A Gripply, like a tree frog, like jungle, moist, like in the desert.
Suffering.
It has to be just so awful.
Dry.
Right.
How sickly it has to look.
Hallucinatory.
Oh, Frogwick.
Oh, little Frogwick.
Frogwick.
And then 5 companions descend into the Mad Poet's oasis. And you see it. A sand-blasted gray wooden hut lurking beneath the shadow of a hideous tree. A tree with human heads for fruit. The ominous low-hanging moon, too low-hanging, too close, is reflected perfectly in the pool, making it seem like 2 moons haunt you this night. And as you approach, as you knew would happen, the tree hoists its roots out of the sand and advances to meet you, emitting this awful, low, grating, pulsing hum that sends sound waves through the sand and into your bones. And as it lumbers forward, you see for the first time in this life that all of the huge lumpy fruits hanging from its branches are heads, humanoid heads, and you recognize all of them. The crew of the Starling, the survivors from Briarstone, people of Thrushmore, of Zur, of Dabreel, the Stardust Augurs, every single one of their heads is on that tree. Lifeless, decapitated, bloody and limp, growing out of the grim, swollen branches of this abomination. Or maybe not lifeless, because they all open their eyes at once and stare daggers into each of your souls. Roll for initiative. Vic.
26.
Nice. Gripper.
21.
Oh, Dora.
6.
Dabwick.
1 better. 7.
Okay. And Barnabas.
22.
All right. I rolled a natural 1 on mine, so this may be an anticlimactic boss-ish fight. But we'll find out. We will find out.
Bossish.
As round 1 begins with Vic. Vic, you are starting about 45 feet away from this massive tree, which is technically, according to game terms, huge. It's taking up 3 squares by 3 squares. And you can tell that it easily has reach out to at least 15 feet around it, given the size of its head fruit branches. So far at the moment, you can feel the trembling beneath your feet of this hum it's doing to the sand, but it's not, you must be just outside of its radius at the moment because it's not forcing a save on you yet. But you're feeling this kind of a loosening of your awareness and kind of a slumbery, sleepy kind of fear thing settling into your bones. But you're fighting through it.
I will crack 1 more extract.
Here we go.
Of Channel Vigor, and I will put it into my spirit.
And what does that do?
You gain a +6 competence bonus on will saving throws and bluff and intimidate checks.
Awesome.
And then Vic takes to the air as he flies up. I will move over and then up 10 feet.
The tree, let's call the tree 30 feet tall, so it's probably got reach up to 45 feet.
Sounds good.
All right. Barnabas, you are up.
Barnabas, as a standard action, will cast haste on the group.
Oh, welcome to a fight, Bard.
And then as a move action, he will start his raging song.
Yes. Giving your benefits to yourself. Here, my other character, take this amazing thing.
I think it's happened maybe one other time.
Yeah, one other time. But what a gift for the Gripper.
Click that on for him.
Yeah.
And let me put that on Inspire Rage.
So the spirits of Barnabas's fallen ancestors begin encircling him, and you feel the power to call on them, infuse each of your spirits.
Does anyone want to run down as to what the song does? If you want to decide, if you take it, you get a +4 morale bonus to strength and constitution, +3 morale bonus to will. You do take a -1 hit to your AC. You are immune to sickened and nauseated conditions.
Oh.
You get it. There's a 20% mischance against ranged attacks and melee attacks made by creatures not adjacent to the ally.
Like a thing with
Like
reach.
a thing with reach.
Wow.
You get the spirit wisps that make 1 slam attack each round. You cannot use any charisma, dexterity, or intelligence-based skills except acrobatics, fly, intimidate, or ride.
Okay.
And that's the end of his turn.
Awesome.
But wait, you can still do just regular dexterity-based attacks?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just yeah. And you can
Think about it.
You can choose at the beginning of each of your turns if you want to accept it or not.
No action.
All right. So that would be up to me for next turn, because
Yep.
I wouldn't be able to accept it this turn. All right.
Yep.
And then Gripper.
Grip will accept the song.
Yes, of course he will.
Let me do that. He's got some haste now.
Oh,
He's
Grip
got-
is surrounded by a series of like spectral orcs. And they're all so much bigger than him.
Yeah.
And because he's so much bigger than the rest of you and you haven't really encountered actual orcs, you've come to think of him as just this giant towering figure, but he looks like a fucking child next to a real orc, and these ghostly orcs are soaring around him. At the end of reality, at the end of the first half of our campaign, what do you do then? You can charge that tree.
I'm thinking about it.
God.
What I'm trying to decide is, though, if I drop into the pummeling stance,
Yep.
spend 5 stamina, can I charge and end with a full attack?
Yes.
I imagine there will be an attack of opportunity I will need to deal with.
So
It
many
hasn't
things
gone
are going to
yet.
happen.
It hasn't gone yet.
So many things are happening. Yes, it can't take an attack of opportunity because you've got the jump on
This
it.
is the time.
This is the
oh,
this is the
God.
time to do it,
Oh,
right?
God, yeah.
Time to
Then
close.
Oh,
I
God.
can't remember how hard it is to hit if I want to put power attack.
Yeah, well.
And you might also not know, because this
Yeah.
tree is a different reflection of itself for every party that encounters it.
Right. Okay.
So even if you could remember the number, it might not apply.
Fair enough. Then I will not do that just yet.
But I would say you would assess giant, slow moving, heavily naturally armored.
Yep. Okay, so then, yes, he will swift action drop into that stance.
Yes.
And he will charge.
Oh, God. As you get about 15 feet ahead of you, the sound waves traveling through the sands beneath your feet do hit you in a more potent way, and I will need a will save against a fear effect.
I don't even recognize my will save right now
Because it's not 3.
because it's
How high
double-
is it right now?
Right now, my will save is higher than my reflex save. My
Wow.
will save is plus 14.
Oh my
God.
Between the owl's wisdom,
Yeah.
the song buff.
Yeah.
It's pretty
so
sweet.
cool.
Mine is 10.
Should have taken the raging
That's
song.
a 28 on the will
It's not
save.
gone yet.
Keeping it?
Yes.
You are not shaken. What's the next thing that happens? Let me see. Well, because it's flat-footed. All right, you close with the tree. You are 5 feet away from the tree and may begin a swinging. Full attack. Oh, I don't think this thing's seen its turn.
So full attack. So that's going to be 5
Well-
attacks, right? Because of haste.
Yes. Yes.
And we are using the Danbong.
Dan Bong coming at it.
All right, first attack. That's a 33.
Keeping it.
Yeah,
Hit.
good. That's 1. Second attack, natural 1.
Okay.
Third attack, 26.
Gonna keep that. You gonna learn something?
Let's learn something.
You learn that it hits.
Nice. Second. So that was my third.
Third attack, second hit.
Fourth attack. That's a 30.
Yep. Hit.
And fifth and final attack, natural 20.
Oh my God! Back it up,
Come
back it up.
on.
And you still haven't used an action point yet. That's so awesome.
31.
That is a critical hit.
So that's 5 hits.
That's the equivalent of 5 hits.
That's
yes.
5 hits. So that's going to be 5d10 plus 55.
Oh, wow. Hell yes.
Oh my god.
Couple of 10s. Oh no, that's a 1. So that's 10, 16, 20, 27, 28, 36 plus 55 is what?
91.
91 points of damage with the first round of attacks from the Gripper. Out of this world. You have bloodied this gargantuan monstrosity with your first round of attacks.
Amazing.
Okay.
And
plants-
pinned it in place.
Can plants bleed?
Plants can bleed. We determined last time, because Tima made it bleed, that, this thing, so you're starting to, well, no, because you're doing punchy. You would loosely remember that when it bled, it was bleeding what looked to be like human blood, basically. Like it didn't have sap, it had actual blood.
Great.
All right, Dabwig, you're up next. What do you got going here?
Oh, so what's my movement speed now with a haste?
Your speed is 60 feet.
So I could also...
Still hasn't gone.
It still hasn't gone.
Still close.
So I can run right up to it and touch it.
Why is the druid gonna close?
You're gonna love this.
Oh, okay.
Can I run up and touch the tree?
Paul, I want nothing more out of life than to see what happens when this little desiccated tree frog runs at the Jinmenju. Yes, run, and give me a will save on the way against fear.
That's a 30.
Okay, you're fine. You're golden. The druid's surprise is good. All right, what the hell happens now?
Dabwick casts Blight.
What?
Whether is a single plant of any size, an affected plant creature takes 1d6 points of damage per level and may attempt a fortitude save for half damage.
Oh, mercy.
All right, so give me that touch attack. A flat-footed touch attack against a tree.
20?
Yes, you touch. I won't even bother with the action point question.
So
All right, you need a fortitude
fortitude
save.
for half. DC 19.
Oh my god, these rolls are not going my way. That is a 15.
Did not make
Oh,
the
no, I'm sorry. I misread. Looked at the wrong thing. That is a 19.
It makes the DC.
Okay.
So that was 33 points of damage, cut in half.
16 more points of damage. Oh, wow. And also, still no blood yet. So the tree is just like withering up, drying out, just like you are passing along the sun-blasted tree frogness into this tree as it begins to wither. And we turn over to Dora.
Dora unleashes Tima.
Yep.
She has a DR5 magic,
Okay.
and she flies 60 feet up.
Yep.
And casts. She spends a Phoenix pool point to cast a focused force magic missile at the tree creature.
And 5 void missiles streak out into the tree, striking automatically.
Look at those numbers.
Oh, that's a lot of ones. Wow. Yeah, what's your total here?
The total is it's 11 plus 2 bleed.
It's going to get a turn, isn't it?
It does get a turn.
That's disappointing.
I thought Blight was going to do more.
We just did a metric fuck ton of damage to it, so let's not.
I'll complain if I want to complain.
As those missiles streak into it, it does start jetting what appears to be human blood out of each of its branches. And all of the heads on its branches begin screaming in pain. You are watching the head of Skywin, of Lynn and Din, all screaming in pain. And then, lo and behold, it gets a turn. First thing it's going to do as a swift action, it emits a cloud of an unnaturally sweet aroma. Everybody but Dora is subject to it. This will be a will save against a compulsion effect. So I guess, Polly, you don't even have to roll.
Right.
And you know what the consequence of this is. Fail it, you're going to approach the thing in a haze and to try to eat the fruit. Let's go in initiative order here. So let's start with Vic.
All right, I got a 17, and I'm going to spend 2 points of inspiration to add to that. I got a 3 for that, bumping it up to a 20. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend an action point because I do not want to fly towards this thing and start to eat the fruit.
No.
And that is a 26.
Barnabas.
Natural 20 for a 35.
Heyo. And Gripper.
That's a natural 1.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone but the Gripper saves. The Gripper can now take no actions except to, and you're right next to the Jinmenju, so that doesn't apply. The next thing you will do is grab a head fruit and eat it.
Unless Vic and Barnabas can kill it.
It's true. It's true. The clock is now ticking. That's a swift action. Now let's see which of its other actions it wants to do. It knows that Grip has fallen prey to it. All right, so it's going to go to town on Dabwick. Here we go. It opens a mouth in its trunk, which attempts to bite you, Dabs. I have not rolled higher than a 5 yet. 18 is a miss, right?
Correct.
Here comes a slam from a branch. Okay, there we go. 26.
Hit.
And then a second branch. Yep, higher. All right, so 2 branch slams are coming at you. 29 points of damage.
As an immediate action, for the second slam, can I cast Windy Escape?
What does that do?
You respond to an attack by briefly becoming vaporous and insubstantial, allowing the attack to pass harmlessly through you. You gain DR 10 magic against this attack and are immune to any poison, sneak attacks, or critical hit effect from that attack.
Okay. So you only, in the end, take 19 points of damage.
Great.
The second branch does almost entirely pass through you. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's the end of round 1. Top of round 2, Vic, you are not entranced and you are not shaken. All right, you're golden. You're flying 10 feet in the air.
Vic flies 5 feet forward to get into range of this tree,
Bye, tree.
narrows his eyes,
Yeah.
and begins to unload Vanity.
You're going to be
on
fine,
the tree.
Grip. You're going to be just fine.
Does an 18 touch hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Then all 4 hit, because that's an 18, a 25, a 24, and a 23.
Yeah.
So that is 18 points of damage, 12 points of damage, 15 points of damage,
And
15 points of damage,
sinks
and it will
to
expend
the ground. It's gone. It is so gone. Ooh, he made short work of the tree.
I can still eat the head, though, right?
Please, please. And as the tree falls, the door to the small gray hut across the way opens, and a figure emerges. Human man, bearded, in dull golds and reds, with a cloth headpiece and curled-toed shoes. He carries a book bound in leather, cured from the faces of men and women, their agony forever preserved in the screams of pain that now adorn this book's hideous cover. A book whose touch has burnt this man's fingers into charred stumps. The lights in his eyes are both simultaneously weary in the way only those of an immortal beings can be, and also dancing with bright, bitter malevolence. He seems utterly controlled and utterly insane. A bundle of contradictions that could snap in any direction at any second. Here, once again, is his picture.
Ooh, that's a great picture.
He looks mad.
He does indeed. You're all briefly transfixed by the sight of him stepping out the door as the man speaks, and his voice booms across the desert wastes. Why have you? And so we meet again. Third time's the charm, eh? Well, let's get to it. What have you brought me?
Several gifts. This is the signet ring of Viscount Brelin.
And I pull it out of the sack, handy haversack, and hand it to him.
He looks at your hand with disdain and gestures an eyeball to the ground at his feet.
He drops it on the ground.
Looks back at Dora, seeming to be the boss here.
This is the tail of a pod.
Pulling,
Yeah.
pulling 45 feet of
Around, yes.
just rotting purple tail.
This is the red webbed foot of a womp of Arventon.
That one's on you, Grip.
I think that, yeah. So
Is
Grip's
it?
gonna-
Oh,
yeah.
You've got that one.
Right, because you
Yeah.
picked it up off the ground before.
Right. So
Dora
he'll
babbed you out.
Grip will he'll drop it, and then since he's there and it's in his bag anyway, we've also got this fucking ghoul skull, and he drops the skull.
It's intricately inset skulls. It's set with thousands of little tiny sapphires just dropped in the sand at his feet.
Just so you know, Dora would like to present the greenstone idol herself, but she is going to nod to Dabwick because she just wants to be sure that it's clear that everyone is presenting something.
Okay, don't forget Barnabas then
And
too.
Barnabas, yeah. So she'll look at Vic and Dabs and Barnabas, and she'll whisper to Barnabas, "This is the Captain's Drycorn hat."
And Vic pulls it out.
Telepathically.
Yeah.
Vic pulls it out, hands it to Barnabas.
Uh-huh.
Barnabas will kind of sheepishly take it up and set it at the feet as he's looking up at the mad poet, and then he pulls back.
The mad poet pulls his soul-destroying glare off of Dora for a second and cocks his head at you. And you know that he knows you had nothing to do with it. You just feel that in your soul. He doesn't say anything, though. Looks back at Dora.
She nods to Dabwick.
This is the Night Ag Ambassador's Artstone.
Looks at it, looks back at Dora.
And this is the...
I know what that is. Drop it.
She does.
Then he looks down at this collection of objects, and he's just impossible to read.
Yeah.
He gestures with a hand, and they all float up in the air, off the desert floor, and hover in the air between you and him. And he stares at each of them. He kind of does this same soul-killing stare into each of the objects. Then he looks back up and casts his eyes over the group.
What did they cost you?
And you know immediately there's a capital C on that word, cost. He's not talking about money. He is talking about how much suffering you endured to bring them to him. That is the only currency he gives the tiniest shit about.
I died to bring you that fucking tail.
I gave my life at the beginning of our journey.
I lived decades in the dreamland. Had a family. Had a daughter. I lost all of that. I died. And I lost my friend.
I watch my friends every night tear themselves from this world.
I looked into unimaginable madness and did not return.
You may pass an evening here at my home as my guests. This is a princely collection of gifts. I am honor-bound to reciprocate. Will you accept gifts from me in return?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hold out your hands.
And one by one,
it's gonna be squishy.
he slowly approaches each of you in turn. He holds out this horrifying book that has permanently burnt and charred his hands, and he lowers it towards your hands. And just before it would make contact with your skin, he whispers a word in a language none of you, even Dora, understand. And as he raises his book back up, in your hands is left a copy. Not an exact copy, but a copy of a copy, a shadow of a shadow, a dream of a dream of a book that should never have been written.
and the cover of each of your own copies is fashioned unquestionably from the flesh of your own face. You can see yourself in your hands, screaming in agony eternally. When he's given each of you your own tome, he turns to Dora. We shall begin with you. You are the eldest here. More than 80 years old in truth, if not in fact. Dora and Anathema, daughters of Thessica, what in and of yourself do you value most highly? What is that part of your nature without which you could not brave the trials and tribulations of your pathetic little life?
Dora says,
My curiosity.
I don't know what Tima says.
Does she let her out?
They came here and they let everything go, and the thing she let go of last was her sense of moral superiority. She lets Tima answer.
What happens is, Dora again says, my curiosity. Barnabas, son of Bassanio, what in and of yourself do you value most highly?
Nothing. I give you everything. I give you everything I am. If you take this out of my head, I would be your blank slate.
You are the sacrifice.
I am the sacrifice.
Done. He snaps his fingers, and Barnabas suddenly looks like someone has clubbed him in the head with a bat. He goes weak in the knees, sinks down into the sand. He's like weaving and wobbling. He's making these terrible, sad little canine whimpering sounds, and this pale mist starts streaming out of his mouth, and like a snake, it coils and slides and shimmies across the sand almost faster than you can process towards the crystal clear pool, and within moments the mist has vanished into the waters, the light has gone out in Barnabas's eyes, and Barnabas evaporates. Dabwick. The Little Lost Heart song. I ask the same of you. What, in and of yourself, do you value most highly?
My faith. My faith in others and my faith in myself.
Victor of the Stoiches. I ask the same of you.
Up until now, I always thought there was a way through an angle, and my wits would get me by. Now I realize there's no way out. I feel like I've already given it up. But what I used to have was my wits.
Looks at Grip. Wretched spawn of both eyes. I ask the same of you.
My belief in my body. My belief that my strength can carry me through what others cannot work through.
The world around each of you trembles and grows thin for a moment as unbelievable waves of power flow through you up through the ground. Open your book and receive your gift.
Dora opens her book.
Vic flips open the book.
Grip opens his book.
Dabwick opens their book.
You simultaneously see that the pages of your book are blank and they are filled with writing you cannot decipher. And then each of you feels it. Dora, your intelligence score goes up by 2. Dabwick, your wisdom score goes up by 2. Vic, your intelligence score goes up by 2. Grip, your strength score goes up by 2. Permanently. And that is the end of part 1. We'll carry on with this conversation next time.
That was not what I was expecting at all. Wow.
Dark Nexus is produced by Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's fan content policy. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's PAIZO.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Syrinscape. Check them out at Syrinscape.com. That's SYRINSCAPE.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Derek, Darren, Michaela, JH, the Biscuit Buddies, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration. I can take a knowledge of what?
That planes?
I'll let you know in a second.
No, I want to know now.
Oh my fucking god.
Arcana, history, or planes?
Or dungeoneering.
Religion, local,
Nature.
engineering.
Tell us what it is.
This is so helpful, you guys.